Om Sri Mata Saranam Mama, Om Sri Aurobindo Saranam Mama. Welcome, good morning. Here we are going to have a brief discussion on religion is always imperfect. Sri Aurobindo. That is taken from Sri Aurobindo's message. Sri Aurobindo describes, Sri Aurobindo is confident that religion is always imperfect. At best, it can change the surface nature, but it can't modify the inside. So far religion is concerned, it is in a position to save. Of course, it has saved a number of souls, but it is unable yet to spiritualize the mankind. Very much limited in its action, in its sphere. So here we are here to discuss on religion. Religion is always imperfect because it is a mixture of man's spirituality with the endeavors. Always imperfect. In the course, it is always imperfect. Always imperfect in the sense, Mother here in the course. So it is a mixture of man's spirituality with his endeavors that come in trying to sublimate ignorantly his lower nature. Sublimate ignorantly his lower nature. He is trying to. So the mixture of man's spirituality with his endeavor, man's real spirituality, true spirituality with his endeavor, this is a mixture that come in trying a sublimate to sublimate ignorantly his lower nature. That is why it is imperfect. At least it can change the surface nature. It can at best it can change the surface nature, but it is very difficult for it to penetrate into the depths. So again, Sri Aurobindo quotes another way, from another angle. Sri Aurobindo describes. So it can best modify only the surface of the nature. That's what already we have discussed. It can at best modify the surface of the nature, but moreover, they degenerate very soon into a routine of a ceremonial habit of worship and fixed dogmas. That's what. Initially, it has got its value. Jada jada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaham परित्राणय साधूनाम विनाशाय च दुष्कृतम धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि जुगे जुगे. So it is there. You can find that abhyuthanam adharmasya jada jada hi dharmasya, whenever and wherever there is a degradation and decay of the religion. So abhyuthanam adharmasya, for the upliftment of the dharma, religion. Abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujamya. For that actually I am being created, I take birth. But actual problem, tadatmanam sujamyaham, I create. So for that purpose, religious is getting dwindling. Wherever there is a decay and deformation, degradation of the society, degradation of the dharma. So then actually new reformers, great vibhutis, they come and take birth. They goes to some extent, but problem that after them, actually to some extent the society gets saved up. But later, after their departure, same mingling, same problem arises. And this religion, it soon turns into a routine of ceremonial habitual worship, and fixed dogma. That is what really we have seen till from the very beginning. We keep seeing like this. Again, Sri Aurobindo goes to the another format. Religion, in fact, is not knowledge. Religion, in fact, is not knowledge, but a faith and aspiration. So we must be able to know, to focus, to understand. Religion is not in fact and knowledge, but it is faith and aspiration. It is justified indeed both by an imprecise intuitive knowledge of the large spiritual truths, imprecise intuitive knowledge of large spiritual truths, and by the subjective experience of the souls that have risen beyond the ordinary life, but actually in itself it is only gives the hope and faith by which we may induce to aspire the intimate possession of the hidden tracks. It gives hope and faith. It provides hope and faith by which we may be induced to aspire the intimate possession of the hidden tracks and the larger realities of the spirit. So it is a passage. It is a helper to go for the spiritual knowledge, to be in quest of the larger realities of the spirit. Hidden tracks we must explore. That we turn always to the few distinct truths and symbols and the particular discipline of religion into the hard and fast dogmas. That's what we do. We do normally we do feed you. We turn always into the few distinct truths and symbols of the particular discipline of the religion into the hard and fast dogmas. It is a sign that yet we are only infants in the spiritual knowledge and yet far from the signs of the infinity. For that, actually, we are confined, we are narrowed, our range is limited. However, actually, we are only the infants of the spiritual knowledge and yet infants of the spiritual knowledge and yet far from the signs of the infinity. Signs of the infinity is far, and actually, we are lagging. So, again, still in the course about pilgrimage. Going for pilgrimage to holy places is nothing to do with the truth, because there is an curiosity in us that we must be privileged to move and of course visit some holy places. We must go in for the pilgrimage, but actually there is nothing to do with the truth. It is a religious exercise for people of ordinary consciousness. That also people don't do, because it needs patience, discipline, it needs money, it needs preparation. That also people don't prefer, but the few prefer to go for pilgrimage to the holy places, like different types of pilgrim places, so dham and all. So it is only religious exercise of the for the people of ordinary consciousness, nothing else. And again, we'll quote a few lines from something from the mother. When you come to the yoga mother course, you must be ready to have all your mental buildings and all your vital scaffoldings shattered into pieces. No need. If you are carrying them with you in the track you are treading in the spiritual path, it is lacking. It actually it pulls you. So you must be prepared to suspend in the air with nothing to support you except your faith. Only some faith, that blind faith, unshakable faith, ardent faith. Only that is required. You will have to forget your past self and its clingings altogether. Whatever is past faith and all that is clinging, you have to forget it and pluck it out from your consciousness. No need, and burn away. That is why. Free from every kind of bondage. That is the requirement. If you are moving in the spiritual track, you must know. Forget the past self and cling altogether. It's clinging to altogether. Pluck your consciousness, born in anew and free from every kind of bondage. That is the requirement of the great thing. Think not of what you were of the past now, but what you aspire to be, all in what you want to realize. That is what you just try to accomplish, try to become. What you want to be, what you were, that is the matter of the past. You forget it, throw it away. Turn from your dead past and look straight towards the future. From the dead past, you turn yourself out and be ready to look forward towards the future. Your religion, country, and family lie there. Religion, country, and family lie there. It is the divine alone. That is what you know, only the divine. So, from the bondage of the past, from the narrowness of the past, you have to come back and you have to move further and look straight towards the future. That is dazzling splendor. You have to see and you have to go that way. Again, Mother quotes, religion belongs to the higher mind of humanity. It is true. It has got some blessings. Sometimes it has saved a number of souls, but could not be able to spiritualize the mankind. It is the effort of man's higher mind to approach, as far as it lies in its power, something beyond it, to which humanity gives the name of a God. It is actually something is there, some belief is there, some name of God is there, some thought of and some belief of God is there, which the human mind can't reach and tries to reach to that level. Something the God is there. Religion may be divine in its ultimate origin, may be divine in its ultimate origin, but actual nature it is not the divine, but truly a human. Truly a human, that must you must consider. It is nothing divine. It tries to ultimate origin. It may be religion. Origin is ultimately divine, but actually 100% it is human. The religion made by man are many, and most of them have made in the same way. Old wine, new bottle, only little bit moderation or little bit modification. So we know how Christian religion came to existence, Mother Gibbs. It was certainly not Jesus who made what is known as Christianity, but some learned and very clever men put their heads together and built up their thing. So after Christ, some learned men they put their head and tried to modify and mobilize, and this Christianity came into existence in a modified manner. There is nothing divine in the way in which it is formed. It was formed. There is nothing divine in the way in which it functions. Only the fabrication by the human mind that has created a lot of things, and we see it in our vision. So exactly, Buddha discovered a way after Christianity. Then mother quotes of the Buddha discovered a way out of earthly suffering and misery. Kamana, desire, the soul cause of suffering. So he saw the truth, which is endowed with, express and communicates to the disciples and the followers gathered around him. But even before he was dead, the teaching already begun to twisted and distorted. That is the problem, that is the fall, that is the lacuna. Even with his livelihood, when he was alive, everything happened. So after his disappearance, Buddhism, the full-fledged religion, retired with head and founded upon what Buddha had supposed to have said, and suppose the significance of the reported things, lot of deterioration, distortion, perversion. There is baggage you have seen, and we have also seen. So the teacher then actually we have seen the same fate overtook the teaching of Christ. All religions have each the same story to tell. The teacher comes and reveals the truth, but the men seize upon it and trade upon it, seize upon it and trade upon it, and almost political organization of ourselves. We try to deflect, distort, and of course, distortion, perversion. It takes place. That's what we have seen. Then we can find, you can say with the inner truth, this is the my family, my country, my religion. That is what we have chosen. So we can go a little bit further and we will see the greatness of spiritual truth. Mother tries to explain. The greatness of the spiritual truth is not in numbers. The average man is drawn towards those who make great pretensions. Those who make greater pretensions need to proclaim loudly and to advertise. For otherwise, they would not attract a great number of people. That advertisement in the name of spiritualism they do. And finally, we find that the religion is everything, but actually, it is totally a hollow golf like structure we see, and it can at best modify the surface, but it can't penetrate and change the inside of the nature. Thank you. Time to conclude. Bande Matram.